In this video, we will design the sidebar UI. Let's quickly check our reference image. Inside the sidebar, we have a nice user block where we have the current sign-in user, a new message or conversation button, and a menu button. And below that, we have a search bar where we can search conversations, chats, or maybe we can search our friends. And below that, we have our actual inbox with a username, the last message, user picture, stamp, and a nice badge. And we do have this tick and a mic if we are on an audio message. Great, so let's get started. Let's go inside our React app and let me quickly trigger the code. Here we go. Let's go inside our inbox, and because we are using same block or component for our inbox and sidebar, so let's go inside the inbox and get started by adding a header, or let's call it user box. So let's quickly create div class name equals user box, and we will give it flex. And inside the user box, we have what should we add? Let's add a link, and let's quickly import link from React router DOM. And for a link, we will add an image, and for the source, we will use place image. We will select a 50 pixels by 50 pixels and people, and let's quickly copy and go inside our code and paste this link, and we will call it or give it a class name of user. Great. Now we need to add one more div, and inside this div we will add actions, rel, and flex AIC, and the AIC will actually and dot AIC we will add align items center, and it will align items in a row flex vertically center. And inside the actions, let's quickly add a button, and for button we need to add, let's quickly close this one, and for the button we will use material UI. So let's quickly go to icomon.ico, and I have created an project and give it a name of WhatsApp. Let's quickly add icons from library, because the WhatsApp is actually using the material UI, so we need to search for material icons and quickly add. And from the material icon we need to add this chat icon, and we need this dotted menu. We need this search block for now. So let's add chat, and we have this nice chat box, or this one. Let's use this one. And we need more, and it will give us more horizontal or vertical. We need a search. Here we go. We need mic. We need attachment, or maybe if we can search for link. I guess attachment is good. Here we go. So this is it for now. Let's add generate, click on generate font, and it will generate this glyphs font for us, and it has the TTF size of only 1696 bytes. So we need to use the temporarily link, enable quick usage, and it will give us a temp link. If you want to host your icons on ICOMon, you need a premium account, and this link will never expire. So let's quickly copy and paste inside project. Go to public index.html and add your ICML link. Let's quickly change our title to WhatsApp or WhatsApp clone, because we don't actually own the app. So we need to add icon, and the icon is chat and more underscore word. So let's quickly go inside inbox, give a class name, and we need to add a prefix of icon, and that is icon chat. And the size should be, let's start with 24. And if we need the .s24, font size 24 pixels, and save. And if we go to check, oh great, and we need one more block or button actually, that is, let's quickly close the chat box, we will come to it later. And we need icon more underscore word, and save. And here we go. Great. Now we need to create a div class name, and let's call it u. Let's save. Now we need to add a CSS for our this user box. Go inside app.css, and for the inbox we will add .user box, and inside the user box or head we have .u, and inside u we have user, and then we have an image. So for image we will add width 100% and height 100%, and we will add border radius to 50% to keep it circular. And for user we will add width 40 pixels, height 40 pixels. We will change it later if we think that it is not matching the current WhatsApp web UI. And for you we will add flex1, and we need actions, and for action we will add flex1. We have a button, and let's add width of 50 pixels and height of 50 pixels, and we need to add justify content flex end, and save. Great. And we need user box border bottom should be 1 pixel CCC solid, and let's add a quick background of hash EEE and save. Here we go. And we need to change a couple of things. First of all, we need the image a bit smaller. So let's go and inspect, and for the user, we need to change it to 35. 35 is good. Let's quickly save here. 35 and 35. Great. And we need our buttons. Go to actions, select the button, and for button we will add border 0 pixels, and for now let's add CCC margin left will be 1 pixels. Great. And what else we need? We need to change its background to transparent, and copy and paste inside the button. And because SAS currently does not support the RGBA new mode, that is without comma, and we can add the opacity by adding a slash, so I will change it to old RGBA mode and save. Sorry, here we go. Perfect. Now we need to change the color because it is a bit dim, so we need to change the color to 777 or maybe 888. Why it is keep coming back? Okay, so color hash 888 and save. Great. Now we need to add padding and vertical 0 pixels, and for horizontal I will add 10 pixels. And instead of actions, let's add inside the user box. Here we go. Perfect. Or maybe we should just add padding left to 12 pixels. Perfect. And for the actions, we need to add padding right 5 pixels. Great. And for the border, we need to change its color. I guess we should change a user box background a bit lighter. Yeah, great. F5 is good. And just remove the border. Okay, one more thing, that is the border radius. Currently we are using 3 pixels. So for the user box, let's add border radius, top 3 pixels, right 0, bottom 0, and bottom left 0 as well. Great. Now quickly change it to hash F3, F3, F3. Copy and paste inside the app.css and paste inside the user box. Here we go. Let's save and go back, and great. Now we need to add the search block under the inbox. Let's quickly add a search block by duplicating this one and change to search box. We will move this block and the head block to a separate component later, but first of all we need to set up our UI. So we need to add search, and here we need a button, and we need input type. We don't need to add a type. Let's add a placeholder. and the placeholder will add search, chat, or contacts. And we need one more thing, that is class name. And inside class name, let's add S15 and font. Save. We will add this font thing later because we are going to use the Google Fonts Open Sans font. So let's go back. We have this search icon. Let's change it to search. And inside app, let's add search. And for search, we have search. And inside search, we have this button. And then we have input. We need to add a flex 1. And for the button, we will use same 50 pixels. And for the padding, we will come later. We need to add border top 1 pixels HDD solid, border bottom 1 pixel HDD solid, and the background will be white. Save. And inside the block, we have this nice search inspect. Inspect. And for the button, I will use border 0 pixels and background will be white. And for the padding, I will use what should we use? 5 pixels. 6 is good. Let's add. And for the input, let's add a border of 0 pixels. And save. And we need to add a padding because the search box has a block and inside it has a search. So let's go and add a more div and give it sbox rel, flex AIC, and save. And for the .sbox, change, and here we go. We don't need we need a 1 pixel border, 1 pixel DDD solid, and save. And for the sbox, I will use flex 1. And we are back on track. And for the search, we need to add a padding of roughly 15 pixels. And for vertical, we need 5 pixels only, or maybe 6 pixels is good. 5 pixels is good. So let's go copy and paste inside this search. And for the sbox and button, just remove the padding, or maybe we should need 3 pixels is good. Just change it to 3 pixels. And for the sbox, we need to add a border radius of 5 pixels and overflow is hidden. Perfect. Let's save. And great, we are back on track. And for the S15, let's quickly add S15 font size 15 pixels. Here we go. Now we need to change the width of the button to 40 pixels, and for the font we need to change it to 18 pixels, or maybe, well, 22 and 22 is good. And for the padding, we will use 3 pixels, and height should be 40 pixels as well, or maybe I guess we should just stick with padding. 5 is good. Let's quickly copy, or we need to change its color to #888 as well. So let's copy and paste inside the button. And for the hover, we will add color to #222 and save. Here we go. Also, we need to add button. Outline should be none, and cursor should be pointer. So whenever we add a button, it should use the default pointer cursor. And for the input, we will add outline to none as well. Great. Now, if we see the search block carefully, it has a bit more padding. So we need to add 7 is good. And for the border, we need a lighter border. Yeah, EA is good. So for the S box, we have EA. And for the padding, we need 7. Here we go. Great. Now it is time to add the Google font. Let's go to fonts.google.com, and we need to search for Open Sans. Quick, select light 300, regular 400, and semi bold 600, and extra bold 800. And just select this link, and inside the index.html, under ICOMON link, we need to add these 2 things. That is a link pre-connect to cache the DNS with fonts.dstatic.com, and this is the fonts CSS link. Save. And we need to add a font family Open Sans this CSS inside a class that should be .font CSS. This way we will use the Google Open Sans font everywhere. And a nice way should be to add inside the body to keep it on our entire app. And now we need to add sorry, and we need to add S16 and change the inbox search input to S16. Great. You can change if you want. And one more thing, I guess we should change the width of inbox to 400 or maybe 350. Yeah, 350 is good. So change the inbox CSS width to 350 pixels. Great. Now we need to move these blocks to separate component. Go inside pages, and inside the pages we need a new folder, call it subs, and inside subs we will add a new component, call it search.js, or maybe rename it to search box. Rename search box, and inside search box I will add RSF. And for now, just copy this search box to search box, we will connect it to Redux later. And let's import search box from subs search box and add right here. Great. And for the user box, I will add userbox.js RSF. It has user box. Just cut and paste inside the user box. We will connect it to Redux later as well. And just add user box, import user box from subs user box. Great. Now save, and we are back on track. Oh, sorry, we need to import a link inside the user box and save. Great. Now we need to create one more thing, that is inbox item.js. And for inbox item, we will use inbox, or maybe we should call it conversation flex rel AIC. And for rel, we will be using position relative. Sorry. And for inbox item, I'll be using the same box from the user box, but this time let's quickly add t equals 1 2 3 xyz. And a good way to keep cache change every time will be new date dot get time. And for the conversation, we need one more block, that is meta, and meta has rel, flex, and call. And we need to add h2 class name, and it has name with s16 and a b, and b will be for bold. So quickly add dot b, font weight 600, and I will add my own name, that is Cameron Vajdani for now. And we need last message, last message, it has s15, no bold, and we have C777, and C7 is actually the color code. S dot S is for font size, and dot C is for color. Font size /777, save, and we will add a nice message from, I think I know, I think I know you, and save. And we need another div which will hold this timestamp and this nice badge. So let's quickly copy and paste and call it extra. And we have stamp. For stamp, we will use 13 with C777, and it is just now. And we have div class name equals badge, and for badge we will use S13 or maybe 14 CFF, and CFF will be CFF font size, color -FFF, and my bad, we need to change font size to color, and save. And for CFF, we need to just add a counter. Let's add 99 plus and save. Now we need to go inside the inbox, import inbox item from subs inbox item, and we need to add an empty array will be good. And we will add dot map and item, or maybe let's call it node, is inbox item and save. And again it says link is not defined and save. Here we go. I guess for S14 we need to add a quick reset from CSS props, and we need to quickly add a reset inside our props on top of all CSS. And it has actually, I have copied this snippet from Yahoo, and you can Google it for Yahoo CSS reset, and it will give you this nice snippet block. And it has all the reset for you can see if I have not added any CSS, it just keep bolding out the H series, that is H1 2 3 4 5 6, and it has a lot of things. You can catch it later. I will share the source code as well. And we need to add one more let's call it word wrap, to add a word wrap thing on our text, that is break word. And for white space it should be no wrap, and overflow will be hidden, and text overflow will be ellipses, and it will do the magic. And max width should be 99%. So let's close and go inside inbox item, and for the text I will add word wrap, and for the name I will add word wrap as well and save. Here we go. Perfect. And for the S14, I guess I have not added the S14, so let's add S14. Font size 14 pixels, and for S13 it should be font size 13 pixels and save. Here we go. And for the badge I will come to it later. Now we need to add a conversation, and inside the conversation search dot conversation, and for the conversation we have all these blocks, that is you and user and image. So let's quickly copy from user box because it is same. The reason I am keeping the same code again is whenever we need to change this user block, just change it inside conversation if we need it there, or we can change if we need it inside the user box. So let's save, and here we go. And for the meta, we will just remove the padding left for now. And for the meta, we need name and last message. Meta dot name and dot last message, and it has flex 1, and name has, and if we need to check what is this col call is doing, is actually if we need and dot call, we need to change its flex direction to column not important to force it. Here we go. And for the U, we need to add just a width of 40 pixels or maybe 50 pixels instead of adding flex. Here we go. And for the last message, and we have we have extra. Just quickly add extra. We have dot stamp, and we have badge. Just add background color of green. Here we go. Perfect. Now I need to add a display table, and we need to reduce the font size, and instead of adding bold, we need to remove the bold, change it to 15 and change it to 14. Here we go. And for the color, I guess it is same, so we need to change it to C33. And for C33 we need to add color hash 333. Great. Now we need to add a border bottom to meta, I guess. If we go inside app, border bottom 1 pix, HTTP is solid. Here we go. Great. Now we need to add, let's add padding 0 pixels 0 pixels, and for vertical we will add 6 is good, and border bottom should be a bit lighter. Here we go. And for our conversation, we will add padding of 5 pixels and 10 pixels. Here we go. Great. Now we need to change, or reduce the font size to, I guess we should just check directly right here. Go inside last message should be 13. Yeah, 13 is good. And for name we should use 14. Here we go. Now we need to change the badge, and let's add max width should be 50 pixels or maybe less. Text line should be center, and change the font size to 12, and 12 actually does not exist. Quickly add right here font 12 pixels, and for that we need to reduce 32 pixels and give it a border radius 10 pixels. Pixels. And for the background color, we need to reduce its color grade, and for the flex we need to add AIC to keep in center, And for the badge, now we don't need any max width actually, or maybe it is good. Just quickly copy and paste inside the badge. And for badge, I need to add AIC. Here we go. Now we need to change the max width. We need to add padding 4 pixels and 4 pixels, and for vertical we need to change it to 0. And yeah, good. Inside app, let's add padding 0 pixels and 3 pixels. It's good. And we need to add margin top to 10 pixels, or maybe 8 is good. Margin top 8 pixels and save. And for the timing, let's quickly change badge to 12 and 12 to stamp as well, and add S12, font size 12 pixels. Here we go. And for the timestamp, just add 11. What is the actual time? 11:04 p.m. There we go. I guess we need to reduce size to 11 instead. .s11, font size 11 pixels. Here we go. Perfect. What else we need? Okay, one more thing I have missed, that is that we need the border all the way under meta and these extras. So let's go inside inbox item, and we need to add one more and add meta rel flex, and what should we call it? Flex AIC. And for the meta, we need to add info and save. Here we go. And for the info, let's add flex one. Here we go. Great. Okay, so we are getting a weird border, margin. So we need to inspect and check what is going on. Conversation is going here, and name extra stamp. If I remove the border, it is right here, meta. Let me quickly add a background, and let's add a background to info, and let's add a background to extra. Yeah, here is the problem. If we add a badge margin top to 5 pixels, it is all fixed. Let's save. Here we go. Now we need to add meta padding to top should be reduced to 3 and bottom should be 10 and top should be reduced to 0. Okay, now we are perfectly vertically centered. Let's copy and paste inside meta and save. Great. Now we need to add one more thing, that is overflow. Let's go inside a conversation and we need to add div class name equals chat list, or maybe let's call it conv list, and conv list dot conv list, we will have overflow x hidden and overflow y should be auto, and save. But we need to define the boundary for the conv list search, and we need to add flex call, and for the conv list let's add flex 1, and if we can change overflow to auto, or maybe we need to check for its boundaries by adding a background color, and max height should be 100%. Okay, so it is actually inbox. It has we need to remove top 20 pixels, bottom 20 pixels, 40 pixels, and inbox height is user box is 50, 90, and search 140 pixels, and we need to add height is calc 100 vh minus 140 pixels. Here we go. Now we have perfectly height. Great. Now remove this background and just copy and paste inside the conv list. Okay, so let me quickly redefine where is this 140 pixels coming from. I have calculated this margins, that is 20 pixels from above, 20 pixels is from, it is 40 pixels, and we have 50 pixels for header and 50 pixels for this search box. This way we have 140 pixels minus 100% view height, and we have this chat conversation inbox overflowed perfectly, perfect height. And for the messenger, we don't need call, I accidentally added it. We need to add inside the index flex call. Here we go, and go inside inbox, and for the flex call and save and reload. Now as we have added the flex to inbox, if we can remove the flex height calculation, it will keep its height because it is automatically acquiring the remaining space from user box and search. If we add flex 1, 2, or whatever number you try to add, it will try to acquire the equal space. Let's add flex 1, and you can see right here, because we don't have any flex thing, it is actually adding using the content height. So Here we go. We have this nice sidebar ready. If you are wondering, we have not added the ticks and mic icons. Then I am going to add those extras when we will connect it with live database. So this is it for this video, and let's continue in next video. Thank you.